Hello, everyone, and welcome to Angel Healing House, and welcome to Walk In, Angel Ariel's weekly wisdom for the upcoming week of January 23rd through January 29th, 2022. My name is Claire Candy Huff, and my name is also Angel Ariel, as I had an angelic walk-in experience on January 11th of 2003, which I write about in my award-winning #1 Amazon International bestseller, I Am an Angelic Walk-In, the autobiography of Angel Ariel. I'd like to welcome back my loyal subscribers. It's wonderful to be in our energy again. And if you're finding the Claire Candy Huff YouTube channel for the very first time, let me tell you a little bit about myself. Through my full-time business for almost 20 years, my business is Angel Healing House. I'm a Reiki master teacher, having taught hundreds and hundreds of Reiki practitioners and master teachers around the world, either here in my office in Santa Monica, California, or online. I am also a channel, a clairvoyant, a psychic, and tarot card reader. I do past life healings and ancestral clearings, twin flame energetic reconnections, as I said, I'm also the author of several #1 Amazon best-selling books. Now, speaking about learning Reiki, here's a wonderful review from a student of mine who writes, "If you're thinking of doing Reiki, then you have found your teacher. Claire Candy will reunite you with your ancient past, encourage and challenge your shadow out of the cupboard, help you to reach an understanding about life's events, entice you to find forgiveness in your heart, gratitude from your being, humility within your actions, acceptance of your worthiness, and a complete sense of unification with all there is. Claire Candy will help you find your path as well as how to walk it. The time spent with Candy learning Reiki 3 and mastership levels was an absolute gift, for this time has propelled me into my future, which is right now. I shall always feel blessed to share this journey with Candy and always grateful to have met such a beautiful lady. Thank you." And that comes from Karen in Queensland, Australia. To find out more information and to book your one-on-one, I don't teach in groups, your one-on-one individualized and personalized time with me to learn Reiki 1, Reiki 2, Reiki 3, and or the master teacher levels, please do phone Angel Healing House on 831-277-3716. And remember, that's Pacific Standard Time. Or you can go to my Angel Healing House website, which is angelhealinghouse.com. I'd also like to send a big thank you out to all of those people who have made donations to my PayPal account for my free weekly content. If you'd like to contribute, I've left my PayPal link in the description box down below. But let's do as we before we go to any oracle cards or tarot cards, let's go to the astrological heavens and see what's happening in the celestial heavens. A few days ago, on January the 18th, we experienced the planet of rebellions and liberations, Uranus, going direct. And my angelic family, the posse of angels, is sharing that it just might bring in sudden changes, announcements, and revelations that will help many who have felt stuck to now have clarity on how to move forward with their lives. Now, with this being the planet of liberation and freedom, it could mean a turnaround in those unconstitutional restrictions and unconstitutional forced health restrictions as well. But wait, there is more. On the 20th, the sun entered Aquarius, And we are wishing a very, very happy birthday to all the Aquarians out there. With this change in sun signs, it brings in a breath of fresh air. This new energy will help many with a much-needed attitude alteration to find the positive and make it easier to feel motivated once again to achieve our goals. The posse of angels are saying much of this first part of January 2022 was all about integrating all that we've been through for us to ease into the new year. During the time of Aquarius, we are motivated by a great hunger for knowledge, originality, innovation, and experience. We are hungering to go on more adventures and to have more experiences. Aquarius's curious nature to discover helps us to see what perhaps has been outdated in our lives and helps us to find new ways of doing things. And while we sought structure and order under Capricorn, we now feel the energy of Aquarius, which strives for the freedom of the individual. What may have made us feel safe and secure before may now feel like it's actually restricting us and limiting that which might be inhibiting us from pursuing a goal of ours. Aquarian energy helps us to focus on the stuff that works for us and will help us to start paving our way rather than listening to others as to what they feel is right for our lives. Now, another aspect of Aquarian energies is that it's opening us to far-reaching possibilities, and it's broadening our horizons, creating a longing to incorporate our ideas and knowledge by collaborating with others, as it encourages a larger sense of community and contributing to the whole. With Aquarius being a social sign, it strives for harmony through respecting and honoring other people's differences. And won't this be a breath of fresh air and so welcome after the past years of judgment, division, and separation? Now, the posse of angels, my angelic family, and I wish to build on this wonderful, positive, optimistic Aquarian energy and ask yourself, well, what do I do next? And while one might think that the answer to that question would be very individualized, the posse of angels are shaking their heads and they're sharing that this is something that each and every one of us can do right now that will help paint the portrait of our new lives in the higher dimensions, and that is to say yes. Say yes to life. Remember that because we are in a co-creative dance with Creator God Source and the angels, we will be sent signs on what life wants from us and how to move forward in the greatest way, not only for our soul's growth, but for the greatest good of all concerned. And when these signs of new opportunities make their way to us with new connections, we have to ask ourselves, why? Why would we not say yes to these new things coming in for us? Well, before my angelic walk-in experience in 2003, the former soul of Claire Candy saw the soup of life as boring, tasteless, and she was scared to add more spices, more seasoning, more flavor to experience something new. Every time she was presented with a chance to add a new, untried ingredient, she politely declined and said, "Oh, no thank you. I'll just stick with the same ingredients I always have had." As a result of that, she experienced rather a bland soup of life. It was plain, and it didn't excite, and it didn't surprise her. Yes, it did nourish her, but her great sadness showed that she was certainly not satisfied and she was not happy. And the posse of angels wish to make it very clear that God does not wish for us to consume anything that we do not want to taste. Okay, nothing is forced on us, but they're saying that by first setting our heartfelt intentions and then opening to receive in the way that God's source creator wishes to give to us, we will be able to savor these new experiences that we'll be able to put into our memory vaults. You know, everyone, when we cross over from this incarnation, or any other incarnation that we had for that matter, and each of us stands before the etheric council, the wise sage elders, they will ask us what we are most proud of that we experienced during our human incarnation. And our answer will surprise us and be very different from the answers that we thought held much meaning for us when we were in human form. It will not be the money and the fortunes that we amassed. It will not be the material goods that we accumulated, the certain zip code that we lived in, or the designer clothes, or the kind of car that we drove. In fact, it won't even be the fame or success that others bestowed upon us. We'll be most proud of the fact that we tried new things to expand our horizons and experiences in order to grow. With all our constant worry and attention that we gave to the how and the when of life filling our desires when we were human, we can clearly see, once we're in spirit, that those things truly did not matter. What mattered most was the new people that we allowed ourselves to meet, the new vistas that were a treat for our eyes to behold, the different sights and tastes and smells that increased our awareness and brought more fullness, more depth, and richness to the vivid, colorful tapestry of our lives. Now, with this first Mercury retrograde that we're in, the retrograde started on going direct on January the 14th, and it will start moving forward on February the 3rd. But with this first Mercury retrograde, it is and has given me a wonderful opportunity to clean up and organize my computer, especially photos, and put them into different files. Now, as I looked through my photos, the ones that caught my attention most were the adventures that I allowed myself to go on. And by this, I also mean the new things that I tried. Whether it was challenging my terrifying fear of heights by climbing the Sydney Harbour Bridge in Australia, or the photo of me with a huge python around my neck at a wildlife park, or a helicopter ride over the Grand Canyon, again challenging my fear of heights, or me in front of the Hollywood sign here in Los Angeles, California, as Pete and I followed the voice of God, rather illogically and irrationally, to go on a grand adventure in 2007, sell our beloved beach home on the Sunshine Coast in Queensland, Australia, and move to California, because it would be there that we would realize the connections and opportunities to make manifest the fulfillment of our career dreams. Now, the dictionary definition of an adventure is an unusual and exciting, typically hazardous experience or activity. For something to be an adventure, the thought of it first must excite us, for it's the energy of excitement that starts to manifest magic. Secondly, it must feel like it's daring and will give us a thrill to explore uncertain, unknown territory, or explore something new about ourselves. But I did not wholly agree that an adventure must be hazardous. After all, this is my adventure, and as a powerful, sovereign, independent, multidimensional being, I get to put in what I want from my adventure, and I have the power to manifest it in whatever way I choose to see fit. So I choose to change the word hazardous for an adventure to risky. In this way, I can either choose to risk staying sedentary in a certain spot, just reading about the world on the internet and visualizing it the way I would like it to be, or I can actually go on an adventure and physically experience it. You know, everyone, I have vowed to the posse of angels that in 2022, I will go on more adventures. I'm just getting shivers all over, and I will risk them not turning out in my limited expected way that I think they should turn out, and therefore I will increase my chances to experience more synchronicity, more serendipity, more magic, and more miracles along the next part of my journey. So you might want to take a page out of my book and vow to your angels, your spirit guides, yes, I open up to go on more adventures in 2022. Let's go to the cards and see what comes out in this absolutely beautiful deck called the Oracle of the Hidden Worlds. The posse of angels were really quite succinct this time, and they said pull 3 cards from this deck, and they wanted them to come out in this order. Let me see. Yes, and yes. Okay, so the first card that came out for us was the meditation. Look at that lovely card. She's burning sage. She's sitting in the woods, and it's peace, relief, and sanctuary. It's a 26 card, which is an 8, and they're showing me the infinity symbol, getting back into the flow of life, which is always available to us. But they are saying that in order to get back into that flow, we have to come back to that 0 point energy, and we have to break away from whatever dominant reality we are giving our focus to, which is an illusion basically, that has taken us out of this tranquil, serene, peaceful place, in order for us to enter into the truthful song of spirit once again. Now, they're suggesting to remove ourselves from this clamor and this din of perhaps ego, of competition, of that third dimensional reality of chaos and drama and fear and worry, and rushing around and trying to figure life out. You know, the posse of angels and I have said so many times, life is never meant to be figured out. It's meant to be experienced. And in order to get back to this stage so we can sink into that deep knowing that abundance is our nature, we will always be provided for. We're exactly where we should be in any given moment, and we are divine and eternal, powerful, sovereign, multidimensional beings, and this is our true nature. They want you to find your way to a place where you can explore and expand the nature of who you divinely are, your infinite light, infinite possibilities. Spend time there, reminding yourself of who you truly divinely are. Now, in this way, whatever pieces have gone unraveled because of putting our focus on those things that we did not want, on those things that we worried about, which are all illusions. In this way, we will take those threads and we will knit ourselves together again. The pain of expectations, of pressure of the physical dimension will ease once we allow ourselves this tranquility to be refreshed, return to whole with love guiding us. In this way, we will stay close to our inner truth, our divine eternal nature. And the pain of separation or dissonance will slowly decrease until it is not there anymore. The more we practice it, the more we find that we are able to stay on that line of connectedness to Creator, God, Source, the angels, to our divine eternal nature, and we don't veer too far from that. But it is a practice, and they want us to do that. So that's that infinity symbol. Now from there, what happens is we go from a 8 down to a 25, which is a 7. We make a progression now to the open like a lotus card. And that's what that taking time out will be, to sit in reflection and to connect with who we truly are. It's flowering spirit, revelations, and maturity. They want us now to fully open, which is going to help us to bloom. Your full potential lies in continual expansion. And it's a reminder that the lotus is one of the slowest opening flowers that there is. But this meditation and this reflection of ours, it will help us to explore our full potentials and to remember that where we are now may not be where you're being urged by your soul to grow. So the more that we can sit in that meditation, that quiet reflection, the more we will receive the messages from Spirit on how to co-create with God's Source and your angels. So what a beautiful card. The next card that they wanted is the Master, a number 11. Look at this beautiful card. It's called Sky Fire. You can see that face emerging out of their messages, channels, and informations. With this card comes a new guide, new information. Perhaps it could be a literal spirit guide or a new angel coming into you because you are ready to step on a new path, to tell us what to do in these changing times as we go into this transformative year of 2022. The information they will share with you is to be trusted if it's positive, if it's high vibration, if it's of love and light. It's nourishing and it's clear and profound. It will arise soon, they're saying, the more that you can stand still. Be still and open to receive in that state of reflection. And the messages will begin to flow to you. We have our part to play in the world, but we also are in a co-creative dance with Spirit. And these messages will show us what life wants from us. So listen and watch and wonder, for there now comes to us the messages from Spirit for us how to take action and walk the path in this new earth of light. They are saying that with Mercury Retrograde, it might seem like things are at a standstill. Oftentimes, Mercury Retrograde will bring standstill to our projects, to our lives, and it is giving us a time to recharge and balance and re-energize. But the more that we get towards it going forward on February 3rd, and then remember, it has to get out of its post-shadow phase. It just doesn't go whoop and go forward. So that second week or mid-February or towards the end of February, things will start moving again in the direction to show us how to be of best service. Let's go to our Oracle of the Seven Energies cards and see what comes in. Now, these were really so succinct because the first one that came out for us was the Broken Open card, a 28 card. It's a 1. Ones are about new beginning, fresh new starts. And with this Aquarian energy, it's bringing in this fresh new breath of fresh air. And it's this but the gift is not keeping on looking back in lack on what did not turn out the way that we wanted it to turn out. But the gift is in accepting who you have now become as a consequence of integrating the difficult past experiences of the last 2 years and allowing yourself to be more of yourself with all of this integration and all of this experience you've been through. This wisdom does come at a high price, and the Posse of Angels is reminding us that many times we learn our most important lessons through contrast and hardship. But the value of your experience of moving through to the other side is unsurpassed. And that's where we are at the moment, allowing ourselves to be still in this Mercury retrograde, to be broken open. Love you. That's it. Love yourself. It's the result of being broken open by life's challenges and lessons. And she's sitting on a lotus. 2 references to lotuses there that are opening up slowly to reveal this magnificent flower. We are each flowering now. The next card, that was a 28. That's interesting. And this is an 18. The power of purpose. Right now you're invited to step into the new empowered sense of your authentic purpose, because you've matured. You've matured to steer your way onto the path, your dharmic path, which is your soul's highest way to serve. Release any old conditioning. You cannot fail if you immerse yourself fully in what is in front of you now. Allow yourself to join in and be led in the dance of life. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You never have to seek your purpose or wonder what it is. Life was never meant to be forced and controlled. Life was never meant to be figured out. I've said that so many times throughout my years on my Angel Healing House blog talk radio show, which airs on Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Life was never meant to be figured out. It was meant to be experienced. Just keep removing any blocks, which are only formulated illusions, to remove those blocks to get to your essential self, your beautiful, divine, eternal nature. And your purpose will find its way to you. It's that easy. So beautiful cards that came out there. Let's go now to our tarot cards. These are my Angel Healing House tarot deck, and as I say every week, they were supposed to be printed 2 years ago, but they got waylaid, and hopefully they will be brought out sometime, perhaps this year. But I know that they will be brought out for you to purchase in the divine timing. Whoa, those 2 cards just leapt out, so I'm going to take those 2 cards. Wow, they really wanted to come out quick. Okay. I hope your January is going well. I cannot believe that we're going into the last week in January. Time certainly has been speeding up, and that you are loving. You're loving these new Aquarian energies, which really are opening ourselves to things that are positive, light, bright. All of the Aquarians that I know, God bless them, all my Aquarian clients are so into technology. They are such techies, and they are so adventurous, and they're so curious to discover, and they're enthusiastic and giddy energies about learning more things and being involved in life. That's rubbing off on each and every one of us. So one more shuffle. Come on, Posse of Angels. Are you gonna jump it, or you want me to choose? Let me see. They wanted this one. Okay, I'm gonna just choose 2 more. How about that? That one and that one. Okay. First card's coming out is the Fool. And the Fool is about stepping onto a new path. And this is very much what we're going to be experiencing as Mercury goes. The more Mercury goes forward, the more those divine signs will come in for each and every one of us to show us how to step forward. It's a very exciting time because we've integrated so much, we've healed so much, we've forgiven so much. And we now know how important it is to put our energies solely on that which we do want and not which we don't want. And the Fool is also about our naivete in some ways, but it's about being children and allowing ourselves to be led. Isn't that beautiful? Heavenly dove by Spirit, in order to step onto the greatest way that we can serve ourselves and the greatest way that we can all serve this beautiful planet that is our home. So we're coming full circle with the Fool card, having come back from that journey over the last 2 years. Now, the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is the card of a proposal coming in. Yes, it could be romantic if you're looking for love, but in many of us, we are looking for that purpose, that job, that career, that business, that way that we can collaborate and connect with others. And here comes that holy grail. Here it comes steadily in. And the Knights are all about actions. I love that I designed these cards. I love that the pelicans are there. And the pelicans are a way to nourish and nurture and mother ourselves. So when this sign or this message comes in for us on how we can best serve, we are going to feel so nurtured and nourished as our prayers will be answered. And then, of course, once that comes in, then we experience the Sunshine, Lollipops, and Roses card. I love this. That 10 of Cups is the emotional fulfillment card. Yes, it's the fulfillment of our dreams, and it's this wonderful feeling of family, being reunited with our soul tribes, because along with those jobs and businesses and also those offers on how we can best serve, we will be introduced, but really will be reintroduced as we know these people. We know them from previous incarnations, to come back as a soul tribe, to work together and collaborate and connect for the sum of the parts to be greater than the whole, and to be able to contribute in this wonderful way. The next card that's coming out for us is the 9 of Wands, and they're saying that with your patience and your diligence and your fortitude to just keep going, just like this gentleman, he might have a bang on the head and his leg is broken, but that doesn't mean he can't create, and that doesn't mean he can't focus on that which he loves doing. And the posse of angels are saying to each and every one of you, and the hardships and the hard times that you've endured over the last 2 years or even before that, they want you to know how grateful they are for all the love and the kindness and the generosity, the compassion and the forgiveness that you have found in your heart, not only for others, but specifically for yourself. And we not only got the 10 of Cups, but we got the 10 of Pentacles. And once again, they are stressing, yes, this is the highest abundance card in the deck. The only other card that's more abundant than this one is the Empress, and this is the Happy Family card. This is a legacy. Oh, shivers all over. This is a legacy that you, working with others, will be bringing forth to leave to the planet. And not only did we get the 0 card, the starting over card, but we got the 10 of Cups, which is a 1 card, which is a new beginning, and then the 10 of Pentacles. Wonderful, beautiful, beautiful cards. And they want me to look under the deck, and looking under the deck is the 6 of Wands. And the 6 of Wands is the Triumph card. This is the victory card. This is the card of recognition for a job well done. And that's what they're saying. Well done, you, for all the diligence that you've shown. It's beautiful, beautiful messages. Thank you. Thank you so much, Posse of Angels. Now let's go to just finish off the postcards from Spirit. I love these. The one that flew out for us today is, it says on the bottom here, you are magic. And it says, dear you, you are in such good shape right now that we're all doing a happy dance. In this moment, you have the power to make a choice, to get with Spirit and co-create miracles. That's what this Aquarian energy is all about. It's about seeing ourselves as one big collective working towards a common purpose. You may wonder where all of this is going, but if you want to manifest your desires for the highest good, you need to stay focused on the now, because in the now is where all the synchronicities, the serendipity, the magic, and the miracles happen. All power is just in this present moment. Ask yourself, what are your dominant thoughts now? What beliefs are you motivated by? Do you have clarity right now? How is your conscious contact with the divine? Well, we show that in our Oracle of the Hidden Worlds by centering ourselves and knowing that we are divine and that we will be shown. This is really important. Are you plugged in, or are you trying to do life all by yourself? Get rid of negative energy. Get rid of negative energy now. Resentments, be gone. Just like I said before, stop looking back, because your path will not be shown to you that way. It will be shown to you right in the present moment. Forgiveness, compassion, and love enter, please. You can do your life beautifully, and you can create your most powerful future right now, right here, right now, in this moment. This is the only moment that you have to affect. Aren't you thrilled to know you have a huge cheering section over here? Love and hugs always. Dear, dear angels, thank you so much. Let's go to our Making Magic deck to finish off. I love this little magical deck. You see? Making Magic. Oh, what do I have planned for this Saturday? It is I'm sorry for those who are experiencing snow and ice in winter and other, but I'm not sorry. Winter is winter. Winter is wonderful. Actually, I have a client who complains about being in a snowy, very icy part of the world. And I said, well, you have the money to move. I said, you can always move to a lovely climate. And they said, oh, it's just too much trouble, or, I'm too old, or whatever. And she said, a friend of mine lives very close to where she lives. And she said, well, what does she think of these freezing temperatures? I said, she loves it. She puts on her big sheepskin coat and gets all rugged up and takes her dogs outside, and she plays in the snow. And she comes inside and she sits in front of the fire and she makes herself a hot chocolate with marshmallows, and she snuggles in and she watches the snow with wonder. And it's not what happens to us, it's how we perceive it. And how we perceive it will then, not how we perceive it, will then create our reality. Oh, the cards are just popping out today. Amazing. Okay, one more. So, but today here, it will be about 70 degrees in Southern California. And I'm going to go for a walk down by the ocean. Talk to the fairies. Talk to the mermaids. Maybe the unicorns will come in Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. First card that came out for us was the Sun card. The golden energy of sun brings fame and fortune. It's funny with the word fortune, the posse of angels are telling me or explaining. Fortune is so much beyond money and material goods. Our fortune is to be able to step into doing what we love doing, to be able to be enthusiastic and passionate and creating just for creation's sake. And then, because we feel abundance, then the abundance will find us very easily, and to shine like the sun. See yourself as golden, and then gold appears in your reality. And then the funny thing about this is the next card that came in, sun card. Shine, it's time to shine, creates the energetic resonance for golden opportunities. Now, okay, they mentioned the word gold here, and then this is golden opportunities coming in for us. So the more we shine, the more we are enthusiastically creating our life. From passion, giddiness, enthusiasm, excitement, then we radiate this golden light, and then more gold finds us. And the next card that comes in is a successful career, a happy working environment, pay rises, and promotions. And what was that last card that the posse of angels wanted me to bring forth was that card, if I put it back in the deck, was the promotions card, was the Six of Wands. This is being promoted to do exactly what we love doing, to be financially remunerated for it, to work with wonderful people in a wonderful setting and wonderful area of the world in harmony, in unity. And as I'm saying this, a white feather just went across the window. Thank you, angels. You can't make this stuff up. Thank you very much to come in and say it's divinely blessed. Your path is divinely blessed. And the more that you assure this and show God, Source Creator, and show the angels just how blessed you are, then you will receive more blessings in your life. Remember, if you are interested in any of my services, learning Reiki, I love teaching one-on-one. It's more personalized for me and more individualized for that student, and any of the levels, to have past life clearings, past life healings, to have your own 2-hour intuitive counseling where we go above your life and we look at it. We look through the Akashic records and to see what lessons you needed to learn in this lifetime and where the sabotaging and blockages may be stopping you from living your divine eternal nature here on earth, your heavenly purpose that you co-created with Source to bring forth. All of those things can be found on my website, which is angelhealinghouse.com, or you can always phone 831-277-3716. All that information is in the description box down below. I hope to connect with you this coming Thursday on my Angel Healing House blog talk radio show. Now, every week, now in its 11th year, and it's at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I take callers for free mini angel readings in the second part of the show. So go out, everybody, and fashion an absolutely beautiful life for yourself this week. And I'm wishing you love and, as always, angel blessings. And I look so forward to speaking with you again soon. Take care, everyone. Bye.